The Chinese coronavirus keeps growing. A lot of more people are getting infected and in multiple parts of the world, especially China, who is currently in quarantine, and workers are not allowed to go back to their factories, to the manufacturers until a couple more days after Chinese New Year. So it is going to affect the whole e-commerce world, Shopify, dropshipping, everybody getting products from China, selling them anywhere else. It is going to affect our business even slightly. So I want to keep you updated, and also I want to show you how to find product suppliers in the United States and all over the world so that you do not have to rely on China exclusively. I want you to build a better business with faster shipping, better products, and also have options. If things like this happen in China, we deal with a lot of delays. You can also use the US suppliers and a lot of options that you can use to find them and build a better Shopify store. Let's find out. Now, before we start, I'm bringing back the Shopify store giveaway, so make sure to comment down below, automate. We teach people how to automate their Shopify business. Subscribe, hit that notification bell and that like button if you want to participate in getting a full free Shopify store built for you and optimized to get sales. And I'm happy to announce the free one-on-one strategy calls with me and my team directly. Yes, I am taking calls myself. If you are interested in working with a mentor and a guide to help you scale and automate your store to 6 figures and beyond, make sure to stay until the end of the video and click that second link in the description to schedule a strategy call with me or my team. All right, so first of all, the update on the Wuhan virus. As you can see here, 6,000 people have been infected. So the last time I made a video, it was around 1,000 something, 2,000. Now it's jumped up pretty high. Also, there's been more and more people dying from this in a lot more countries, almost 20 countries at this point, a couple in Europe, Dubai, US and Canada, all over Asia and Australia. So a lot of people all over the world are spreading this virus, especially people coming from China. When it comes to concerns of getting the virus or spreading the virus through your products, let's say you sell a product from China and the person gets the product and opens it, they are not going to get the virus. The research says they basically can only last in that package. The virus can only last in the package for a couple of hours maximum, 2 to 3 days, even if the person that packaged that in China is infected. So if they cough, sneeze, or whatever into the package, they send it over to the United States. It can only last 2 to 3 days and it won't ship that fast. So don't worry about giving your customers the virus. That's not gonna happen. But there are some concerns out there of customers that are worried that that would happen. I would suggest just inform, educate your customers that that isn't the case and that viruses only live a couple of hours on the package. Now, when it comes to the concern about delays, about people getting back to work in China and about delaying the actual opening of the factories and so on, as you can see here, my private agent supplier, I've been working with him for more than a year in China. He's basically saying, hey, just saw your bit about coronavirus. First of all, it cannot live on the package for more than a day. So you're sure that even Chinese people are aware of that. And also, the only problem that he sees is the migration. Migration basically means when people come back from Chinese New Year and from being with their families, they might get this virus and carry it through. So there are going to be a lot of checkpoints throughout that point, throughout getting to the actual factories, getting back to work, a lot of checkpoints, a lot of delays, and just people having hard trouble to get back to work. So there might be other slight delays coming, but it should be all normal around February 10, which is when factories reopen. So you shouldn't have any issues going forward through there, but I'm still gonna show you these suppliers that you should use for US in order to avoid this whole thing. Now, for the first way to find US and international suppliers, it's really easy. It's going here to Aliexpress, and usually how we find Chinese suppliers is through Aliexpress, but we're gonna do it with US and international suppliers. So if you are in the United States, Canada, or any country surrounding that area or close to North America, when you look for a product, let's say you're selling a dog bed, for example, you're gonna type in dog bed on AliExpress. It will show you all of the products in that particular keyword. So obviously all of the different dog beds that are available. And then there's gonna be this option of ship from this country. And you're gonna click on ship from, and then it's gonna show you United States, Turkey, and China. So you can pick exactly from what country you want the product to come from. It doesn't have to be China. It can be, for example, in this case, United States. All you have to do is click on United States, and it'll show you all of the suppliers that are available to ship from the United States to the United States. So it'll show you all the AliExpress suppliers that have warehouses, have products available in the United States. You can then ship them to your customers in the US and Canada and so on. And you can just click on it. Obviously, they will have less orders. Typically, they will be a little bit more expensive just because it is a US base or a US warehouse and they have the products in the US. It's gonna cost a little bit more, but there are a lot of them here that have a lot of orders. For example, this one is selling mostly from China and coming from China. Now that there is this problem, you can just click on ships from United States and it'll ship to the US very, very quickly in around 4 to 7 days right here. So it'll actually ship via USPS, and the shipping is a little bit more expensive. The product cost is going to be a little bit more, but now that we have this virus problem, then it's just going to help shipping from the US, making sure your customers are happy. You might spend a little bit more, you might have to hassle a little bit more, but it is worth it for the success of your Shopify store. So basically, do this with any product that you like. Just type in the actual product that you want. So let's say you're selling like a snoring clip or something like that. There is this little snoring clip for people to stop snoring. You can just click on ships from and then put United States. And it'll show you only warehouses or manufacturers or suppliers that have possibility of shipping from the US. It also shows Turkey here, which is pretty interesting. Also Turkey. And if you're in Europe, for example, right now I'm in Greece, so I can change my location using a VPN here, and I can just reload it. If you're anywhere in Europe or anywhere around the world, you can just type in again, ships from, reset, and it will show you all of the countries that it's available to ship from. So in this case, Spain, France, Czech Republic, Italy, Poland, Germany, Turkey, and obviously China. So if you're in Europe, it's gonna show all these countries, all these different possibilities. So you can definitely do it. If you're not in Europe and you wanna use a European supplier, all you have to do is get a VPN or a proxy and just change it so that you're in Europe. And then if you want to ship from the US or Canada, do the exact same thing, show that you're in the US or Canada, and then pick US from the ships from, and you can find a lot of products on AliExpress that ship from the United States to the United States very, very quickly. Now, the second way, a more reliable way of finding US suppliers and really professional US suppliers is by using salehoo. You can get an account. There is a $67 payment per year to join salehoo, and what you basically can do is get an account, and on suppliers you can look for example, like I was typing in, let's type in product and then do dog bed here and do a search here, do a search for this product, and then we do a search for dog bed. Let's say that's what I'm selling. Here they're gonna basically put all of the different products that show up when you put dog bed. So it's just showing a lot of different products. I'm not sure why this search is pulling up dog shirts. So let's just type in suppliers and do dog bed again, or dog. On the suppliers part, it's a little bit hard to use and a little bit complicated, but you'll find very, very high quality suppliers, and it tells you from where they ship. So here, the Chinese flag, China. From here, the US flag, United States. And what you can do is go to the actual supplier page, and it doesn't work like AliExpress where you can just import the product and use Oberlo or Uprolo to just import it and sell it straight away. You do have to contact the supplier directly and set up a dropshipping agreement between you two, then set up the dropshipping connection, and then you can start selling their product. So it's very professional. You do have to go through a lot of steps. The barrier of entry is very high, but if you're serious about your business, if you do want to scale up your products with more quality, with better shipping, just really US made products, then it's gonna be a lot better for you in the long term. You're gonna crush everybody that's just selling cheap stuff from China. And although it's harder to get into, it's harder to get these dropshipping agreements, it is a lot better for you long term. So if you want to get into it, it basically tells you what supplier type they are. So usually just look for drop shippers on the system on salehoo. Look for manufacturers or suppliers here that are drop shippers, and then contact them. And then I would recommend, if you are in the US, call them. Call them up, say, hey, I am John, and I want to sell your products on my dropshipping website. I'm looking to form a dropshipping agreement, and I'm looking to build a relationship between us. They tell you, okay, these are the products that I have available, these are the prices, and then you can set up that integration with them. This is way more professional. It takes a lot more time to get it rolling, and like it says here, typically replies within 3 business days. So it does take more time. It's a lot better quality, a lot better products that you can ship to your customers. So if you want to do it that way, and also it tells you how many years they've been in business. Salehoo actually checks all of the suppliers for you. So they vet and they make sure that they're legitimate. And also some of these suppliers require a tax ID or an LLC. So this would only apply for US entrepreneurs, Canadian entrepreneurs that are more serious and they want to scale up really high. Then you can use some of these suppliers. Some just start off by working with you directly without any LLC, without any tax ID. So they make it easier for you. But if you, let's say, are looking to scale up your products and really build more quality, build a much more quality store, you can go on here, suppliers, and then let's say you're selling yoga products, just search on yoga, look for the suppliers on here, call them, tell them you want to build a dropshipping agreement or relationship, and then you can start selling their products on your store. This one sells from Poland, so also European suppliers, US, like this one, Sura Yoga LLC, and usually the products will be either stocked in the US or even made in the US. So the quality will be a lot higher. Go and start finding your US or international supplier if you want to go more in depth and you actually want my direct help and my guidance to help you find the best suppliers and obviously scale and automate your Shopify store in 2020 and beyond. Make sure to schedule a strategy call with the second link in the description. I do take calls myself, so you can talk to me directly. We can see if you're a good fit to work with us directly, and then we'll obviously tell you the details about it. Only schedule a call if you are serious about your business and you want to actually invest in a mentor and get somebody to help you scale and automate your business as much as possible. Make sure to comment automate down below to participate in our free giveaway. And if you want to learn more about how to scale and automate your store, make sure to watch this video right here where I show you how one of my students was able to grow from 0 all the way up to 20,000 per month with her Shopify store and my mentoring and my training. So make sure to check it out right there. Schedule a strategy session with the second link in the description. Like the video if you liked it, and I will see you on the next one.